Yes, yeah. Okay. So I'll take this opportunity to talk about it a little bit.
Yeah.
Stay tuned for Live Speeder, as they are, as we do get into this series, as they will be publishing an article, a power rankings before the Latin American qualifiers. Ranking a couple of players, and Darking asked me for some input for my own power rankings, and
nice.
And I did some write-ups based on our experience casting like a bunch of the Latin American tournaments.
And if you guys don't know, at CranKy Ducklings, Light and Kuro, they keep so much information from every game that we cast. They have probably a database that you wouldn't believe of info. You guys held it down. And I think if anybody could give Dark King that information, it would be you, Light.
Yeah, so stay tuned
to that.
Do we get
a sneak peek at what info you gave him? Who do you think's the strongest?
I did a little write-up on a bunch of players. I don't want to give too many of them away because they're a little bit, it's fun.
Yeah.
One that I will say, obviously, an obvious one, Cham. Cham is one that I wrote about.
Cham, of course. You wrote about Cham? It's pretty obvious, but I am happy to announce that we are in another game for you, ladies and gentlemen. And here we are. This is Everdream LE. And most of you guys, if you're here for the NA scene, which you should be, you should know this man right here. He is spawning in the bottom left-hand corner. He is a red Protoss representing United States of America, usually with a flag wrapped around him as a cape. It is none other than Mcanning.
And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Everdream LE, we have the Canadian Zerg player, and also German. He's got a little bit of everything in him. He is a doctor. He is Liquid TLO.
Alright, so Patty Mac was just really one for myself. I really wanted to see Patty Mac win. This one, I could go either way. I'm not really favoring either one. TLO is a Zerg, so I like TLO. He's an awesome player. I'm a fan. But also Mcanning, straight out of the US of A. We don't got many players like that. If he could qualify, that would be huge for the NA scene, I believe.
Yeah, and shout out to Mcanning as well. He's raided us a couple of times, like more than a couple of times. So we do really appreciate the support. And I honestly want to be impressed. I want Mcanning to perform well because maybe it's this weird bias, but I do see him as more of a streamer, not as much as a player. So I wanna see what he's got.
Yeah, that's what I would like to see. Like, this is what I was talking about. Like, why don't streamers play more? This we'll find out right here, right now. Is like, can a streamer pull it off and take someone out like TLO?
Yeah, like let's not forget that a couple of months ago, Rotterdam took out Neeb.
Yeah,
that happened.
Which was kind of I kind of didn't like that because a European taking out an NA player seems kind of counterproductive for us.
You know what that means though? That means Mcanning's gonna get some revenge for his boy Neeb.
Exactly. You don't make fun of us American players. Like if a caster streamer can take out the best NA player, then the best NA caster I guess he's not a caster, he's just a streamer, should be able to take out TLO. And I guess he is a caster. He did cast some of Home Story Cup, Stay at Home Story Cup this week.
That he did, and already TLO went for an Overlord Scout. He didn't see the Twilight Council that Mcanning is going for.
Yeah, this is getting interesting already. And Mcanning going for the very fast Robo Twilight, resonating glaives instantly. No creep tumors being put down yet, so that's a little scary. I feel like that's a necessary thing right here.
Yeah, so we'll see how Mcanning can execute this as, Patty Mac, he went for a Stargate opener every single game. Like, it was pretty standard for him, but Mcanning looking to be very aggressive, very committed with these adepts, and we'll see. Again, we haven't seen TLO's adept defense, like especially against this kind of opener.
Exactly.
Oh, he still doesn't see it. He still doesn't see the Twilight Council.
Man, it didn't work. I tried to unlock the duck.
And oh my god, he's even getting a Dark Shrine behind this.
Wow. That's not the follow-up I guess it is kind of a follow-up to be expected. There's not many follow-ups to this.
Yeah, like that's why it can be so difficult, because there are variants with the Dark Shrine and there are variants without. So when you're when you're a Zerg player and when you're defending against this, you have to bear that in mind and try and get like detection as well for those DTs.
So I feel like in this situation, you can go Roachling, you can go Baneling. I think Baneling is gonna work good here. He needs a layer though. Because normally going for the detection wastes way too much money to get a spore crawler in every single mineral line that's like 300 minerals, and you can't really afford that right now. He's going to go for it anyways. I think he should go for a layer and get an overseer instead.
Definitely.
But Banes are a good counter here. That it can work very well, and he has a high count of Banes, so this is actually really good for him.
Yeah, and
I think Mcanning might have even overcommitted on the Banes.
Oh god, yeah, we'll see as he already gets surrounded.
Oh my god, he got everything. That shuts it down completely. Oh man, Mcanning just completely got shut down there. Glaive Adepts are going to do nothing for him here.
Yeah, all the Adepts go down. He's throwing down a shield battery, which, I mean, is nice defensively, but there we go. I do like that he's keeping the War Prism on the other side of the map. He's still trying to deal more damage, and now the DTs are going to come into play.
Well, he's got to, I think. Like, you lose that many Adepts for free. He's also going to get a cancel on this third base. You got to do some counter damage, and I don't know if it's going to do much. He only has 2 DTs as of now. I think he might have warped in 2 more. Oh, back at home defensively.
Yeah.
But back at home defensively, this is going to let his opponent know that there is DTs on the map, and he's already dropping them.
And
I think he can actually get that base without being in range of the Spore Crawler. He could attack the spawning pool. Oh, he needs to do more here. He could do so much more here.
Yeah,
the spawning pool is not in range of the vision.
I mean, he can potentially get denied this 4th base, which would be good as well. But
he's panicking because he sees these units going across the map.
Yeah, they're moving across the map. He does have a couple of defensive DTs, but you know what? Doesn't like Banelings don't care about invisible units. They can drop anyway.
Yeah, if a DT takes out a Baneling, it's kind of suiciding itself, really.
Yeah.
The Lings making the right decision, not going in with the Lings. What does he do with the Banelings? Is he gonna activate them? Manually activates all the Banes, but is not able to get not even 1 DT. And I don't know if he can save this base here. While he does have the DTs, more Lings are flooding. He's going to get the base. Base is gone. That is super huge for Mcanning. At the same time, he's in the natural of Liquid TLO with some Archons. Even warping in at the top of the ramp. What a madman. And now he's going to be able to Warp Prism Micro all day here. And this should be able to do a tremendous amount of damage here. Moving the Spore Crawler, he could be able to warp in some more DTs here.
Yeah, he just has to be careful, because if he does set up, then the Queens can snipe the Warp Prism.
He did it once before. I think that's why he warped in, because he had the Queens on the low ground, blocked him off with the Archons from going up the ramp, and then was able to warp in. And this was pretty good here, but Mcanning has a higher worker count. He does not quite have his 3rd base up. TLO has expanded all over the place. And
Jesus Christ.
I think Mcanning should have made some DTs and just sent him in the different directions, but you know, it is a lot. And he's really maybe a little nervous here.
Well, the problem is that even if he kills this hatchery, like TLO double expanded, you know, and there's
no vision at any of these. If you would have put DTs on every base, there's nothing that Liquid TLO could do.
Yeah. I mean, does he? Okay, he does have a lair. Okay, I was wondering if he was just on hashtag this entire time.
No, he does, but he barely got it. I think like a minute ago. I just don't see Mcanning taking this W here.
He just needs to do something with his army, right? Because right now TLO has so many hatcheries, so many bases that he can just drone up and get to 80 workers in an instance, and then like, what are you gonna do as a Protoss? So
yeah, once he's at 80 workers on this many hatcheries, he just pops out an entire army in 1 second due to all the larva production. He doesn't even need to inject with his queens. If he does, it's just insult to injury. I think this is a good idea. He needs to go for an attack. There's a lot of Ling Bane, so I don't quite know how this ends up for. I don't think it'll work. That is not what you want, though. Bane's crashing in to the Archons is the last thing you want. They did manage to do a lot of damage, but oh my god, he lost so many Banes and Lings just taking out the Archons. That was the
Yeah.
worst trade for for Liquid TLO there.
Yeah, he traded inefficiently, but I think he can afford to. The problem is though that he can't keep doing that.
Oh my god.
Oh, he's trapping it.
That was funny. Yeah, TLO I believe is a favorite to come out of this. He is one of the best players in all of North America right now.
But behind this, like Mcanning, he isn't too far behind on workers. I would love to see a 4th base be taken, and just pure Ling I feel like can be dealt with. I say that, but Mcanning has a lot of stalkers, and stalkers aren't ideal against Lings.
Yeah, I was wondering what the transition in here is for Liquid TLO. It seems like he got his ideal worker count, I believe. 74 is decent. He might get a little bit more, but okay, there it is. The transition. He's gonna go straight into the hive tech. He's getting a roach warren now at the 10-minute mark.
Yeah,
I like it because you can just max out on roaches, and it does pretty good against this army composition because you have the choice to go a lot of ravagers, a lot of roaches, mix in Ling Bane. But I think he just has to hold on, Liquid TLO that is, and he's gonna go into Ultralisks or Vipers or Lurkers or something. I'm gonna assume it's gonna be Broods, maybe.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of options here for TLO. We'll see what he ends up doing with his infestation pit. And what I'm worried about is, like TLO. Actually, he could get the base. Is it really?
No way.
Yeah,
close though. Next try. If he was like a little bit further to where the vision couldn't see him and the spines couldn't hit him, he would have had an extra 2 volleys to take that out. But this is all so quick and so minor. It's really impossible for them to get a perfect play every time. But he does have Stormy Boys in here. There's no Storm ready. He's going to cancel his base as well. That's unfortunate.
There's just so much Ling Bane.
Yeah. He's not going to be able to secure another base, but I think as soon as Storm is finished, oh my god, the Dropper Lords. Even though there's only 1 Bane here and it's a lot of Lings, this can be really bad as the hive is also coming up for TLO. The remaining Ling and Bane is going home for defense, and this is unscouted. This is going to be huge. This could end the entire game. Lings are now in the main. Drones are pulling off the line. Oh my god, good force, but 2 Banes still kill all of the Storms. And there's no High Templar. There's no Archons. There's nothing left here. TLO is going to go ahead and take game number 1. GG. Well played by Mcanning and TLO. TLO taking game number 1 in an interesting fashion, man. He just stayed on Ling Bane that whole game.
Yeah, that was, oh my god, TLO just kind of, that was rough to see. Just he was just being so greedy and getting away with so much. Like, I say greedy, but he was on Ling Bane for the entire time, so it's not like he was like spending.
I feel like that is greedy.
Yeah.
Staying on Ling Bane against a Protoss, I understand for Terran that's standard issue. If you're going against Bio, you can Ling Bane it till you get to Hive. I haven't really heard of that too much against a Protoss.
Yeah.
He literally got nothing. He got just Lings the entire time. He made a Roach one. I don't think he even made a Roach that game.
I don't think so either. He just went Ling Bane all the way to the end.
Yeah. Did Zombie Grub just hop in, or has she been here?
She was here last game.
I didn't know that. Interesting. Yeah, but man, that was a rough one. TLO's asking for 1 minute. I hope Mcanning can pull something off.
Yeah, I hope so as well. I hope that this first game wasn't too indicative of the series. And again, like I would say that TLO is the favorite, but at the same time, like Mcanning, he's made it this far. Like I wanna believe that he can make a series out of it. Yeah,
I guess as a caster of local tournaments and like the NA scene and Latin American scene, I'm rooting for the underdog here, because the underdog's who we watch on a weekly basis. Now we don't watch Mcanning all the time on a weekly basis, but he is from the United States, so I'm on his team.
yeah, definitely. Meanwhile,
not even just because of that, but you know, it's good to have some representation from your country in the tournaments.
Yeah, definitely. It would be a little bit of a shame if, like, you know, this first qualifier TLO goes through and then like Namshar in the bottom half as well.
Yeah, exactly. Which is kind of how it looks like it's gonna be. It's reminding me of Katowice all over again.
Yeah.
NA qualifiers was like all Koreans that won.
There's
something like that.
It could happen. To be fair, I do think that Namshar will have a much harder like opponent, or like a much harder time getting through. You know,
Yeah.
like Silky is already waiting for him.
Yeah. Silky's waiting to kick him out of this. He's like, real NA only. But yeah, man, poor Mcanning in that game. That just didn't go his way. The adepts in the beginning really just kind of shut it all down for him, I believe. But of course, I have to do it at least once a stream. I said his name already. Spawning here in the top right-hand corner on Eternal Empire, which seems to be the favorite for Protosses. It is none other than the American streamer, player, caster, Mcanning.
And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Eternal Empire LE, we have the Canadian Zerg player, who's also a German, as he is staying in Canada at the moment. We do have, representing Team Liquid, it is TLO.
Yeah, and I mean, if TLO qualifies here, I don't think it'll be a huge upset, but I also don't think anybody will be like, oh, yeah, we got a European in the qualifiers, or we got a European to qualify. Like, obviously, there's going to be a lot of Europeans that qualify. Mm-hmm. So I feel like TLO is just taking a little bit away from us over here in NA.
TLO is basically the NA Risky, where
yeah, exactly.
Risky is from the UK, but he's got dual citizenship for New Zealand, so he plays in the ANZ qualifiers. Oh,
GG. That is hilarious. I love it. I haven't seen that one. The what was that thing? Laser giraffe.
Laser giraffe. I love it.
Saying good luck, have fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great.
And the counter spray as well. They were on point with each other.
That's funny. He's like, I know how to counter this. GG. I don't know why StarCraft condones graffiti, but they do.
I mean, they condone creep spread, which is kind of worse than graffiti, right?
Yeah, that's true. Creep spread is technically graffiti. Graffiti of the Zerg. They also condone killing entire armies, so I guess, yeah, graffiti isn't the worst of their worries.
I mean,
you know how they have like little animals and stuff in the maps? Mm-hmm. I remember, I think it was like 2 pools ago, they had dogs on the map.
Yeah,
and you can kill any animal normally, but you couldn't kill the dogs.
Really?
Unless you corrosibile them. Then you could kill the dogs.
I did not know that. I didn't know that they were unkillable. That sounds a little bit OP.
Like all those animals, like those animals, you can target fire them. But I guess since dogs are a real animal, they don't want to promote that. So you were not able to kill the dogs, but a corrosibile does the trick.
Should I be worried?
Don't ask me. Don't ask me why I know that. For all those you weren't, yes, you should be worried, but not for that reason. There's many other reasons to be worried here, like Mcanning possibly losing here. He's gonna get 1 Oracle out, and you often think that an Oracle is the safest way to go against the Zerg, which it is. It's good for defense, but you got to cause some damage for it to actually be worth it. He actually got Overlord speed and is now going to instantly scout that. Who goes to that corner with their Overlord?
Wow, yeah, he just goes in, scouts everything in the natural of Mcanning. So TLO already is aware of the opener. He should be throwing down a couple of spores and getting ready for said Oracle. He was even like checking like other pathways as well. He's got like lings all over the place.
This is what makes a good player, the vision. Like we were saying for other players earlier today, sometimes they just don't get the vision they need.
Yeah.
Here it comes. Spores are finishing up just at the moment he gets there. He should be able to get 1, maybe 2. Not even 1.
Oh.
Did he get 1?
He got 1.
He got 1. Everybody gets 1.
Everybody gets 1, and you know, he does keep the Oracle alive. He did lose a little bit of health, but you know, he will be able to use it for scouting. Lings see it as well, and we'll see if the Oracle comes into play later. He's getting a 2nd Oracle, actually. Okay.
Interesting. I like this because TLO is going for Banes, and I guess it does kind of help you with Banes.
It does. It definitely does. Like defensively, these oracles are going to be great. Use like focusing down banelings or throwing down stasis wards as well would be nice.
Yeah.
And TLO, TLO, he's really fond of this just like Ling Bane style. It's surprising to me because I've never been able to make it work myself. So yeah, okay, sure.
Yeah, I don't know how this plays out against well, I guess we saw before him you go Ling Bane, but I have never seen just straight Ling Bane work against the Protoss. Oh my god, this is so bad. Why does he do this? He doesn't micro his adepts at all.
Oh, I mean, you know, he traded relatively well against Lings. Like, adepts always trade well against Lings, but there were just so many that all the adepts went down. At the same time, Oracles tried to go in. They got pushed away, though. They are getting recalled, which I do like, as the Banes, they're here.
Yeah, I don't know how this turns out. I prefer a stasis ward over actually shooting, and he saw that the oracles are there, and he's just gonna go around to the other base, and then he notices that there's shieldy boys here. I think Mcanning's just giving him a little bit too much room to breathe here. Still somehow losing 3 workers with he had a solid defense, I feel like.
Yeah. I mean, so far, like, you know, if we look at units lost, like 28 Lings have gone down, 4 probes and 4 adepts have gone down. So I feel like these are good trades, but I feel like we need a little bit more here from.
Yeah, it's good for Mcanning, I think.
Yeah, like he's defending well, which is good.
Yeah.
Behind this, oh my god, we have we have Infestation Pit on the way. We have Hydra Den. All right, so Ling Bane Hydra is going to be TLO's go-to. I was
gonna say, like, Mcanning's doing a good job of defending. That was a little too many shields there. I guess he was good at trapping those Lings. That was actually a lot of Lings they trapped in there. That was interesting, to say the least. He caged them in. But yeah, I mean, Mcanning's having a great defense here, but defense doesn't always win you the game. He needs a good offense. His opponent now sitting on 74 workers and counting. And he's just able to make the perfect army that he wants. While Mcanning does have a decent amount of scouting, he's got the hallucinated Phoenix. He's got an observer right there by the 3rd, in between the 3rd and 4th, and now he just awaits for his opponent to attack him. I guess I don't know what Mcanning's transition is here.
Yeah, I mean, so far I do like how Mcanning's been playing. He does need a 4th base pretty soon though, or he needs to push out.
Or both.
Yeah, or both. Both would be ideal.
TLO getting scouting off Storm coming down. I think he spotted that right as it got activated, if he was paying attention.
Yeah, I mean, you may as well assume that it's on the way once you see a Templar
Archives.
Archives.
You already see Templar Archives, yeah. That is true. That's annoying. Right as the probe is on his way, and there's nothing here to kill it. There's adepts over there, and that's it.
Yeah, so he's gonna have to move some of his army over to kill it. And again, like as the game progresses, I do like this from Mcanning as long as he gets a 4th base up and running.
Oh, and the Lings.
Oof.
That sucks.
Yeah.
He's gonna go for that forward base. Good call. The forward base.
Yeah,
with the rich gas.
Just doesn't bother with it, which is fine to say the least. He is expanding. It is a little bit late though because of that creep. Meanwhile, Hive is on the way, Spire is on the way. We could be seeing the Spire just for Broodlords, or we could see actual Mutalisk. Have to wait and see.
Ooh. I don't know why I'm such a fan of stasis wards, even though they don't do much.
They can do a lot. I feel like they're better early on, like holding against like a big 2-base all-in. Like they're great.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I like to use him as an anchor point to retreat into. He's doing it again. He's even loading up with some, oh my god, some Hydras mixed in here and some regular Overlords here. They will be scouted, but he can't take out any of these Overlords in time.
Oh god.
He might be able to take out one. He's going to warp in. The cannons are going to do some work. At the same time, he's attacking into the 3rd base, or 4th base, it says here. Great defense over at the 4th base. But this 2nd base here, his natural Will he be able to get the job done?
Yeah, there's only a handful of Hydras, so he should be able to deal with this. At the same time, he dealt with the army at his fourth base.
Wow. He also has not lost. I don't think he lost any workers in that. He's lost 7 the entire game.
Yeah.
That was really good. And now Mcanning is looking like he's in a very good position here. Even though he is a little bit down on workers and a little bit down on army supply, that exchange right there just probably brought him back in this game. He's got a solid defense now. And TLO, he can bring it back, though, because as we saw, TLO, he's going in the Greater Spire. He has the Hive already. He's getting his final upgrades for his Lings. He's just now going into Mutas, which is pretty crazy. And I'm wondering what that Spire is going to be used for, the Greater Spire.
Yeah, I don't know if I like. I mean, the Greatest Fire is great for eventual Broodlords, but Mcanning has been on top of his defense, which is great to see. We have a mothership on the way. We have another Stargate on the way as well. 4 carriers. He hasn't quite started the production yet, so he's a little bit behind in terms of tech. But overall,
ooh, good storm.
Yeah, it's looking good.
Oh, missed both of the stasis wards. Which I don't think the stasis wards would have done much. They died anyways. Oh my god, and here we go. Mutas came across the map. Oh, that storm. Templar goes down.
Oh. Yeah, and the shield battery overcharge gets wasted as well, but TLO, he sticks around maybe a little bit too long trying to find some damage and runs into more stalkers, but he has enough realists to take them out as well. And what's important is he sees the fleet beacon.
Yeah, that's really important. I don't think he's getting a good exchange here, though. He did get 14 workers. I kind of missed that part.
Yeah.
There's a lot of workers, and now Liquid TLO has a massive worker lead, and he's taking pretty much his entire side of the map here. Mcanning not even securing a 5th base yet. I think that's a little rough.
Yeah.
One Broodlord coming in.
I still favor Mcanning in a head-on engagement just because of how many storms he has banked up. Like, I do feel like he can deal with this, but I do also think that he needs another base. A 5th base would be ideal, since TLO, he's basically taking his half of the map. Yeah,
and Mcanning's definitely hurting from those mutas that came in and took out 14 workers. Mcanning's pulling back his whole army. I think he needs to keep some of his army at the flank there on the 4th.
Yeah, and the mothership's really focused down.
No, there's no shield. Okay, he did power the shield. Okay,
ooh,
nice. Supercharge, is that what we're calling it these days?
Yeah,
is that what all the cool kids are calling it?
Supercharge does go down, and again, Mcanning has to make sure that he can rotate over to his 4th base as, there we go, the Lings. Oh, okay, he was going to head over, but opts not to.
I don't know what the move is here for Mcanning. I think he should be able to win this, especially with the Hydras going around. He should. Okay, good pullback on the Hydras. Those were 1 storm away from dying.
Yeah, that was looking scary. Meanwhile, Zealots are harassing the new bases of TLO, killing 5 workers, may even. No, okay, the army is here, should be able to defend, but it lets.
This is good though, yeah. If he can keep doing this, like, he really can't add more to his army at home that'll give it more punch. So I think Zealots is the best investment at the other side of the map. He's going to bust through this. He's corrosive-biling down, not corrosive-biling, what is that? Caustic spraying everything down. Broodlords are kind of caught out. Where are the storms? Where is the vision?
God.
Oh my god, there's a couple storms, and I think they'll be able to take out the Broods before, or the Corruptors before anything goes down. He actually saves the 2 carriers, one on very low health, and this is going to force Liquid TLO to go back. Storms all over the army. I think Mcanning can win this game if he's able to take out this army and then continue to push. Eternal Empire is a Protoss map. You do not want to get caught out playing a Protoss on this map. I think this is going to be it for TLO.
I mean, he kills the main army. At the same time, though, a lot of workers went down. A lot of tech structures went down as well. TLO did split up his army, but, like, all of his high-tech units are gone. Like, the Hydras, the Corruptors, the Broodlords. What's he going to do with just Lings? Oh, the stasis!
Oh, my God. Finally, the stasis come into play. I love to see it. Are they going to depower it? Oh, they did. Wow. Oh, and it stopped the warping. I was like, I thought he was warping in. It stopped the warping, stopped the cannons, and now he's gonna have to stay home to kill these Lings.
Yeah, he's gonna have to deal with these. And behind this TLO, like, the problem is his economy is still looking incredibly good. Oh god, no.
Oh no, I hate when that happens.
No.
Oh my god.
TLO.
Every second, that's about 1 mineral per worker, and that's like what, 2, 4, 6, 8 or 9 mineral workers there. That's 9 minerals a second, pretty much. And and the clocks are ticking. Every second, 10 minerals are being thrown away. He's gonna get this base, though. I don't think anything can stop this.
Yeah, unless there was a shield battery for the overcharge, but there
oh my
is
god,
none,
look at that. In case you guys don't know, this thing is like a what's the word I'm looking for? Compound. I don't think it's quite compound, but it gets worse as time goes on. It does more damage, so that's why you see at the beginning it's slowly dying, and then after a few seconds, bam, the thing just disappears. That was huge. The base was a little mined out. He can long distance mine, not at the end of the world.
Yeah, and he
did about those workers.
He did end up transferring a lot of those workers. There's still one following, but yeah, he does end up regaining control of his side of the map. Meanwhile, though, like TLO's army just isn't there. Like, Mcanning can still win like a head-on engagement.
Yeah, Ling Corruptor. I don't get his whole composition here. Like the first game it worked because the resonating glaives. He shut it down with Ling Bane, and then he just constantly harassed and was able to shut the whole game down with Ling Bane. He was going for the Greater Spire or the Hive Tech, I mean, but we didn't see it come into play. And here we are. We see the Hive Tech come into play, and it's not doing anything. What was that? He got like 4 Broodlords. That was it, and he's still on Ling Bane Hydra.
Well, we'll see how this changes as he is getting infestors. So infestors will be on the way for fungals, and which will be nice against this army. But yeah, we'll see how that comes into play. As is he gonna get the Nexus again? Oh god.
Nah, no way. There's too much army here. At least there should be.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no way. The army's already here.
Yeah, the army is here.
And yeah, you can't neuroparasite the cybernetics core. Or mothership, I mean, I'm sorry. I was thinking of mothership core. But that does not exist anymore.
Yeah, and here we go. Vipers are on the way as well. So he's going to have Infestors, he's going to have Vipers, he's going to have all his spellcaster units. We'll see how he can incorporate them, as looks like he is trying to go for some harassing damage, which, I mean, to be fair, Mcanning, he hasn't really lost many probes at all this game.
Yeah. The only thing is, Mcanning has not been making any Corruptors anymore. He's solely been warping in like defensive units, stalkers, zealots for defense here and there. And we might see our first big batch. His pool away from the drones or the probes is just so on point.
Yeah, and
here he goes. Forward. I think he should be able to clear this out. Mcanning does have a higher army count. TLO does not have a higher army count. TLO's gas bank is super heavy because he's just been making lings this whole time. He's going to try and attack every base he possibly can, but he just doesn't have anything to defend back at home. And it looks like Mcanning is channeling his inner Patty Mac and going for the kill here.
He is, and oh my god, but with all these Vipers and Infestors, they missed their fungal. Oh,
they did, that's huge. And he's going to wall off because he saw the fungals coming in. Oh my god, the storm. Oh, the feedbacks. Oh my god, the Vipers they parasitic bombed, but we're able to do no damage. Fungal growth and parasitic bomb? Interesting, but I don't think it's enough here.
I think it may be. It looks like all of the Sky Toss is going to go down.
No way. Okay, wait. There's down to the last few units. Is Void Ray gonna... No. Oh, man. I thought Mcanning had it there. I didn't even see the Ultralisk coming out.
Oh my god, it was so close. He almost did it. Like the storms, the feedbacks, everything was perfect. But in the end, there was just too much for TLO, and now he's pushing across the map.
That was super good there by Mcanning, but I think he just went a little too deep. I think if he would have been outside of the main base and walled off there and try to get that choke point, maybe even because his base is over there to the, like, what is that, the eastern part of the map. Those bases are all way more exposed than trying to go in that small little choke point over there that he did.
Yeah, like he was trying to go for the kill move. He was trying to
he was trying to go for the kill, yeah. Which I think was a good call. And I like the Void Rays. You don't see this often because I believe his idea here is if you get carriers, a fungal growth can take out all the interceptors.
Yeah.
Neuroparasite, you can just neuroparasite all of them. But with Void Rays and the new upgrade that they have, they do travel a lot faster. I don't know if you guys recognize it, but if you're a Zerg who hates Void Rays, you'll notice those things are fast.
Oh my god, and this is worrying because Mcanning, he does have a decent army, but I don't think it's large enough to split, because now we have Lings, Hydras hitting one base, we got the Ultras hitting another, like...
GG. Wow, TLO taking this 2-0, knocking Mcanning out of the tournament now. Good on you, TLO. It's been great watching TLO. Oh, it's a best of 5? Oh, shoot. I forgot. We are already here. Okay. Woo. I'm literally wiping the sweat off my head. He has one more game.
He has one more game, and it's such a shame because Mcanning, there were definitely opportunities there for him to win that game. Like, that was the best we've seen from him.
Like, if you can't win on that map, where can you win?
We're going to find out.
It's upsetting me in Light VIP. We can't go to Eternal Empire. Where can we go to see a Protoss win?
That's
That speaks even more for Patty Mac taking this map off of TLO. Yeah. Now I need to see Patty Mac versus Mcanning. We might in 2 days. So you guys got to come back in 2 days for the next NA qualifier. And you guys got to be here tomorrow for the Latin American qualifier. Pretty much all week. The next 4 days, just be here.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to the Latin American qualifier, not gonna lie. Like,
yeah, I honestly, no offense, NA, but I'm looking more forward to Latin America.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I do think that there are a lot of NA players who didn't show up today, and part of it could be because it's the first one. I feel like there are a lot of like ET Phone Home, and a bunch of the other regulars. Yeah, like would have been cool to see them, but they didn't show up today.
And it is at a weird time. It's at like 5 p.m. Texas time. In LA, I think it's like 8 in New York. I don't know what time it is in New York. I think they're 2 hours behind. But either way, wherever these players are at, so it's kind of a weird time also. Oops. Oh, God. Why do they listen to me?
I don't think it's on you to say that, Yoda.
Oh, God. I should have said ready, but I said go. And Mcanning was like, ready? And I said go. And he just started without anyone else saying they were ready. And there's 3 other casters in here and the other player. Good times. That could have been bad if they were like, no, wait, I'm not ready, remake. Which some players do that. They're like, I didn't say I was ready, so that warrants a remake. But I don't think that's going to happen here. What is going to happen here is some epic StarCraft, North American StarCraft, that is spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, currently teamless. One of the best streamers coming out of America, and he is a player as well as a caster. It is none other than the US of A representative, Mcanning.
And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Ice and Chrome LE, we have the Canadian, the German, the Team Liquid Zerg player representing Team Liquid. TLO.
I was wondering where you're going with that. Team Liquid player representing. I was like, what is he representing?
Yeah, I was like, I already said his country. I already said his team.
His team. Representing Liquid.
Yeah, you know, the substance, the form.
Yeah, Liquid. Yeah. That's just part of his favorite form. He does not even for the team right there. Team Liquid TLO. I wonder what happens when they change teams. They gotta like make a whole new account.
I mean, you can pay to rename your account, which isn't ideal.
That's just to retire it. Starting with the cool emotes, the American Artosis, I think that is.
Oh,
where all the stars are jumbled up behind his head.
Is Artosis American though? Is he?
Not anymore. He's about as American as Special and Scarlet.
I was about to say Artosis has been in Korea for 10 years now. I mean,
yeah,
over 10 years actually. Yeah.
Are his children Korean? I don't know how old his kids are, what his wife looks like, but
I believe his wife is Canadian. But technically,
so he's not an NA at all.
Yeah. Technically, his kids they do have Korean citizenship.
I was wondering that the other day. I saw him on Instagram with his kids, and I wondered, do they speak Korean? They must, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of English-speaking schools in other countries. I know my cousins in Mexico go to a fully English-speaking school.
Oh.
It is a private school, though, yeah, but they speak perfect English. It's pretty crazy.
Does he speak
then
Spanish?
Yeah, they speak perfect Spanish, perfect English, and then I think like French and German as well. So.
Whoa.
Yeah, I'm like, what am I doing over here in America? I speak a little bit of Spanish. I'm over here speaking like 3 languages.
You know what you're doing? You know what you're doing? You're living the dream right now. You're casting some StarCraft.
Exactly. I'm living the American dream, at least. Not a lot of Americans get the chance to cast StarCraft. So it's pretty cool. Appreciate you putting me on, Light. You know, there's not many good NA casters out there, which gives me room to grow.
Yeah, definitely. And again, it is a bit of a shame that a bunch of the lands were canceled, but hopefully in future years, 2021, 2022, it would be sick.
I'm showing up with the CranKy Ducklings jersey on every time.
Yo.
I'm gonna get one made. How did you guys make those? Just send me the graphics.
Yeah.
I'll get one printed out here.
We have the jerseys, you know, we can.
Oh yeah. We can set some up. We need these lands to open back up. Gosh darn it. Maybe I can start organizing some as soon as things open back up. We'll see. But enough about that. We are watching a game here. It is TLO, Mcanning. Nothing has actually happened yet. Interestingly, though, he's keeping these oracles at home, maybe out of fear of being seen by the Overlord.
Yeah, this is interesting because he was banking them up and now he's moving out at the same time as his adepts. So he's looking to try and go for a multi-prong attack, try and pull TLO's attention apart. And TLO, what does he have for defense? He does have like 3 queens, so maybe he can pull them down to one direction so his adepts can get more damage somewhere else.
I think he assumes this is resonating glaives for some reason.
Oh,
nah, I guess roaches is a normal response, but it's quite a few roaches early on.
Yeah, and all the queens do get pulled up, but there aren't any drones here at the 3rd base, so no damage to be done here.
Oh my god, finally. I hope that they all die anyways. I was gonna say, I'm not a fan that Mcanning always loses his adepts.
Yeah, again, like, it's a shame. Like, he committed into the third, hoping to get some worker kills, but there are
no workers. Yeah. Which means TLO is going for a heavy attack here. He's going into a Spire now. I think he just got out some safety roaches. I don't know what he was thinking, but he was scared of something, it looked like.
Yeah, I mean, the roaches are nice for defense, and as you were saying, the Spire means we are going for very quick Mutalisks.
Yeah, this is pretty much a 2-base mute all in. But on 3 bases.
Yeah, 2-base mute, but with 3 bases.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he doesn't really have his bases all droned up. He was banking a lot of workers up at the main, or the natural, I mean, and then he transferred them over right now, which was good due to the adepts. But yeah, I like this here from Mcanning. I would love to see him, which we have not seen in a long time, Mass Phoenix.
Yeah, we've seen a couple of Protosses whip it out in this matchup, going for a second Stargate. We've seen that actually Pez did it, I think, against...
Yeah, Pez,
yeah. So that would be nice to see. Blind, though, it's not looking like it's going to happen, and these Mutalisks could end the game if they just go unscattered.
Yeah, that's kind of why Mutas are so popular right now. Who's going to go Mass Oracle? Or Phoenix, I mean, because you can just switch back into Roaches or go into Hydras real easy.
Yep. And speaking of which, he did spot the Spire, so he has started his Phoenix production, but is it too late? Maybe.
What's that over there? Okay. So this is good. This will hopefully cause the Mutas to come back home or distract him from being able to micro the Mutas in a good manner to minimize the damage. He's got stasis wards down because once the Mutas come, a Ling run by is also coming. Well, this one's going to be a Roach and Ling run by. And he needs Archons, I believe. He's not getting that. He's putting down shield bearers. There he goes. He does have the Storm, the High Templar Archives.
Yeah, the Templar Archives is there, and he is banking Phoenixes to try and deal with these Mutalisks. And with good control, he will be able to, but there are Corruptors here as well to deal with the Phoenixes.
And the Mutas know they can't attack into this, even with the Corruptors there. He's trying to save his Overseer. Or his Observer, I'm sorry. And even having the Oracle join in on this fight just to maybe tank some shots, I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, the Oracles did come back. The War Prism does get into the main base, and the Zealots
are there's nothing here.
Yeah.
This is nice.
So, you know, he will get a couple of queens, I would imagine. There it is, the second queen does go down. And yeah, he forces the Mutalisk back home.
That is really nice. They are going to get the War Prism, but that means they're not going after the Zealots, who are continuing to do damage over here. And he's seeing all the roaches come out, and I think now he's going to get the hint that no more mutas are on the way. I think he accidentally put those over there.
Yeah.
Or maybe he was going for another drop, but they got scouted.
Yeah, they all went across the map. They were rallied with the Spire. So like when all the Mutalisks went over, all the Overlords went over as well.
Maybe he was going for another one of those Dropper Lord things he does. seems to be favoring the Dropper Lords really heavy here, almost like a Marine drop.
Yeah, it seems to be his go-to style. And we do have a Fleet Beacon being thrown down. So Mcanning, he's committing to this Stargate play. He's throwing down another Stargate as well.
I like it. He's going Mass Phoenix. I feel like this is very NA, but this is actually pretty European. No Mass Phoenixes. I guess otherwise we would have seen it in the NH qualifiers.
I mean, we're seeing it now.
Animal, what a beast. Yeah, we're seeing it now, so it's cool. Got like a Yeti over there or something at the 4th base. What is that thing?
Yeah, there was a Yeti. We have to wait for vision, but yeah. Oh, there it is.
Oh, there he goes. That is an interesting animal. That should be a character. Should be able to use those for something. They just have animals that you can kill just for aesthetics in StarCraft.
I think I remember there being in the Shoutcraft Clan Wars, I feel like there were like some neutral units like that were like blocking like base locations.
So you got to kill them to get to places. That's cool. Yeah. As of now, they're just for show, and this is great. He doesn't really want to pick up the roaches because they're very tanky. It would take a lot of energy out of these Phoenix. Or these Phoeni or Phoenixes, whatever you guys prefer to be called politically correct. But he already has a hive. He's getting the lurker ranged upgrade.
Yeah, he's getting the quick lurker burrow as well, so he's getting all of his lurker upgrades. Meanwhile, these Phoenixes are trying to find some damage. They do pick off a couple of Phoenix Mutalisks.
One Phoenix goes down here, maybe two. But now double spores. He's going to have to get out of there. And yeah, I believe he only lost one Phoenix in that fight. He's lost 2 Phoenixes this entire game, which is great. Really getting his value out of those Phoenixes.
Yeah.
Out of the Phoenix.
Definitely. And, you know, he's getting his 4th base up and running. Meanwhile, TLO does have his 5th. And he is, oh God, he's pushing across the map. To be fair, he doesn't have too much anti-air with this, so maybe the Phoenixes can try and deal with the lurkers. But
there's no, I feel like there's also no ground army, so he can take out the Corruptors, and then he won't be able to lift up every single lurker.
Oh, he has Storm ready there.
He left the wall open. If he would have blocked that, he would have been able to get a really good Storm here. He still will, but with the lurker range upgrade, these Stormy boys cannot get in range. The High Templar are not going to be able to get their Storms off. And I think these Phoenix should be able to clear this up, maybe. No, they won't be able to.
They're trying to deal with the Corruptors.
Yeah, they can take out 4 Phoenix easy.
Yeah, like there's a nice Storm, but oh God, another High Templar goes down, and I don't. It's gonna take so much.
This is a somewhat like uneventful ending to this here best of 5 series for Mcanning. There's no way he can win this.
I mean, he can clean this up. Like he can do that at least, but he's lost 15 probes.
Yeah, and there's more going down still.
Yeah, and he doesn't have protection. Like these
and
two
reinforcement. I think he's got like 1 Phoenix, and that's it.
Yeah, and the Robo is depowered, so the Observer isn't coming out either. God.
And he does have the Oracle goes down. GG, man. I feel bad for Mcanning. TLO is just sweeping everyone off their feet here.
There it is. GG, well played. TLO 3-0's Mcanning.
Yeah, man, that's rough. I wonder if Patty Mac met TLO in a best of 5, if he would be able to get 2 matches off of him.
It's definitely possible. It is definitely possible.
I don't know. Patty Mac maybe one of the best in North America right now.
I would say so. I would say so. I think it's a shame that Patty Mac ran into TLO. I think if he ran into any other Zerg, even like Jon Snow or Silky, like I would say that Patty Mac can take it to them.
Yeah, definitely. Like you said, I'm excited for the Latin American one because a lot of these players we see like go at each other and battle the Americas. So I'm thinking about people who beat Patty Mac in the tournament. How are they gonna turn out tomorrow?
Yeah. The big one is like Cham, right?
Cham.
Talking about Latin America.
And the Cham Killer. Where's the Cham Killer at?
Yeah. You know,
is he showing up tomorrow?
I would hope so. I hope to see Paco Mike and Eggs, right?
Yeah, and Eggs and all the familiar faces. That would be great.
Dark Unnamed, Sinner, the Zerg Lord, Terran, Eric. We haven't seen much from Eric recently, so
yeah, that's true. Eric as well. I think it's only Special and Kelazar qualified. Were invited.
Yes. Only those two. So
kind of a little weird that we only get 2 auto qualifiers, but whatever.
Yeah.
I think North America had like Neep, Scarlet. Who else?
Future.
I forget. Future. Yep.
And Australia. Yeah, 4.
And we get Kelazar and Special.
Yeah, like you could argue that maybe it should have been like 3-3, like seedings or something. Or
Paco Mike in there, or Cham.
I would expect Cham to have been seeded in.
Yeah, those should have been the 3.
Yeah,
get out of PSL. We'll help you next year.
But GG, well played. You know, TLO, he qualifies, and as an update in the bracket, Namshar also qualifies.